From an aerial view, the Mofou Sud chiefdom is attractive for tourists to discover, but immediately you pass through the first villages, the reality on the ground is harsh. The first thing we met were falling electric poles and cables, which indicates getting electricity here is very difficult. According to these inhabitants, they have been for several years without light in the village, except through solar panels. The native says in 2007, a project to electrify 211 villages in the rural area enabled them to have power in their area. But unfortunately, since then, 6 years counting, no power supply in the village. It's been hell for this village, as confirmed by the chief of Mofou Sud. We have many problems. It's been several years, that is almost 6 years, in darkness. We need rehabilitation of our line. We have tried with the administrative authorities who asked us to be patient for some months, but till now, we are still waiting. To further understand how the absence of electricity in Mofou Sud chiefdom has affected other areas of activities, we moved to the health unit of Zidim, where everyone goes for treatment. The lack of electricity affects the quality health care given to the patients, since we must be connected to do consultations, and in case we have to carry out surgeries. Electricity is primordial, since we don't do it in the dark. Imagine for once that throughout the night a generator is on, because we have 2 surgeries to do. It's not evident, because we need to have at most 4 to 5 million francs CFA only for fuel. Immediately one of the generators gets bad, taking care of patients become very difficult. Immediately the big generator goes bad. Since we have 2 of them, we struggle to repair it immediately, and we try to adapt the smaller generator to cover a lesser section during an operation, and it makes things more difficult because when the temperature is high, you can't put on the AC, and it's very hot that you even sweat on the table. All activities linked to electricity in Mofou Sud are now down, particularly welding workshops no longer open. In an unlicensed bar, the owner has decided to throw water on drinks to make them fresh, since the refrigerator is now a wallpaper. This man says because of the absence of electricity, he has abandoned his welding profession, since his little benefits can enable him to get a smaller generator. He has now diverted into another activity to generate income. He wishes to see his village lighted once again. Many young people have also left the village to Mokolo or somewhere further in Marwa in search for better living conditions. Apart from electricity, getting potable water is another headache for the people of Mofou Sud. Water points are available in certain areas, but it is not sufficient to quench the thirst of everyone, particularly in the dry season. All over the village, particularly in the smaller villages, immediately you go out, you will see the queue with everyone trying to get water. If the state can multiply more water points, it will help our situation. It is for this reason that in many areas where we have wells or boreholes that are resistant to the dry season, they have a huge number of persons queuing to get water. Some even spend the night there just to carry water. We go out in search of water in the morning and evening, walking from one end of the village to another. We are suffering a lot. The Mofou Sud chiefdom has a college, but without an examination center, the students have to travel on poor roads to Mokolo to sit for their exams. Truly, to leave my village to meet with the administration in Mokolo is very tedious, as we cover about 70 to 80 kilometers to town and about 20 to 30 kilometers to meet the third road, since the state of the road is very bad. The natives of Mofou Sud, who live basically on breeding and subsistence agriculture, haven't lost the hopes of their situation changing someday.